What we have here are the two pieces that we need to mask. So on the replica that I'm making, the roof cap here is pink, and then this part of the barrel, right where you see this little bend right here, this part right here is pink, and then the rest will stay white, and we'll add some decals later. So let's get started with the cab. On this cab, we have two mirrors that need to come off, and then we also have this windscreen that needs to come out. To take those mirrors off, what we're going to do is reach in here with a sharp poker. That's all this is, just a small screwdriver I sanded to a point. And we're just going to push these mirror pegs out from the inside. And that way we can save them, because you don't get any extra mirrors with these particular cabs. So you can see I already broke this one. So I'll have to come up with something to fix that one. Whoops. All right. Then we need to drill out that hole right there. And here we go. Okay, you don't need to get real crazy here. All you need to do is remove that rivet, the head of that rivet, and then you're good to go. Okay? Next, what I did earlier tonight, because I've already done one, was, oh, well, that one came right out. If you don't drill enough of this rivet out, you might need to kind of pry it down just a little bit with a small screwdriver or a really thin blade knife. We're going to take our parts and stick them over with our parts bin. And now we're ready to mask. So what I did here, I'm taking rubbing alcohol. This is just isopropyl alcohol, 99 cents a jug at your local discount store. Okay. All I'm going to do is I'm just scrubbing any impurities, weird stuff from my fingers off. Even those cab lights will come off a little bit. Like so. Okay. Then one thing, got a little ahead of myself here. We're going to take this X-Acto knife. We're just going to get any glue left over. We're just going to scrape that off. If you happen to get into the paint a little bit, not a big deal, because we will be repainting this, remember? Okay. You could even clean that out a little if you need to. Okay. Then where I handled it, I'm going to hit that again with the leftover rubbing alcohol on my rag. There, we'll just wipe that quick. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Done, done, done. Next, people ask me all the time, what kind of paint tape to use? This is a 3M product. This is automotive taping, or automotive tape for painting. I know it's really expensive. That's what I can tell you. This stuff is wicked. For what it is, it's wicked. If you don't want to spend money on expensive tape, just go to Walmart, go to any or discount store, whatever, wherever they sell frog tape. I've had a lot of success with this, and I will be using this on the barrel. I'm just using this around these windows just because it's really easy to use here. So I'm going to try and not be all fingers. So we're just taping off the roof cap here. That's all we're going to tape. We're going to make this really nice and simple here. Okay? So we're going right below that window. Okay? So we're going to tape what we want is for the whole roof cap here to be masked. And make our line nice and level here. See how I'm using my fingernail just to kind of pull that tape down a little bit? Okay, that's what we're going to do. Then we're going to take our thumbnail or something, and we're just going to push that tape right into the crease. That way that we don't get any paint bleed. Okay? Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and take the leftover tape and just shove it right here inside the cab. Okay, that'll be all right. And then if you think that your line right here, if you think your line is a little crooked or something, just go ahead and move that with your thumbnail or your fingernail or something. You can kind of push that around a little bit. But for my purpose, I'm going to leave it like that because we're going to have a mixer body on it and you won't see any odd line. And actually, I'm going to take there we go. Just kind of push that in on itself. And we're going to do the same thing on the passenger side. Going to come around, just like so, just like this, okay? And we're going to push that in. If you're using a little too much tape, boy, wow, that's a lot of tape. Don't sweat it. And, you know, no more than we're using, no big loss. And then, okay, we got that line nice and even and pretty. Take our thumbnail, push that tape into the crease right there where that goes. And then we won't get any paint bleed down that crack or crevice. Okay? Whoops. Now, this is going to be my frog tape here, what I'm using. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. Here we go. I always cut my tape just because I like nice straight edges, and it's some nerdy thing I do. That's just what I do. Okay, I want to put this piece of frog tape over the other tape that we put down. I'm getting close to the edge of the first piece as I can. Okay, just like so. And then we're going to press that top part there, just the leading edge there. Okay, we'll set that to the side and get us another piece or two of the frog tape. We're just going to stick that right, whoops, let's get you in the camera shot. Put that right there. And then we need to, well, okay, I got a weird piece there. We just need to put that on there someplace. One more ought to do it. And if you have questions about what I'm doing here, do not hesitate to ask. I'll answer them. If there's something you don't understand or doesn't make sense, just leave a comment. I'm watching here, so. If you're nervous at all about overspray someplace, get you another piece of tape. Don't even think about it. Just cut it, put it on. If you're like, wow, I could get overspray on that part, cut it. I mean, just cover it. Rats. Well, that's not working. Where the damn? Darn. Okay. Our cab is taped off. It doesn't have to be glamorous, guys. This edge right here, this is the business end of this entire project. We want to make sure the tape right here is nice and secure against that die cast. That way we don't get any bleed. That's the whole point. And then we want everything else covered so we don't get overspray on it. That's it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It has to be done. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to grab our 1/4 inch 3M. I bought this at Napa right here, and as I've said prior, if you've watched any of my masking videos and I've used this stuff, this crap right here is not cheap. I forget what I paid. Well, I know I paid for these 3 products right here. These 3 products right here was like $56. Okay, there. That made it a whole lot easier. I should have done that first. Actually, on the first barrel I've got, I used this a little bit ago when you guys weren't watching. Now we'll go ahead and cut a little more. And actually what I'm doing here is I'm sticking stuff on my ring light here. That way I don't have to go back and cut more. Yep. And there we go. And actually, I'm going to stick another piece right here because this is frog tape right here. So these all are 3M products right here if you're watching. This is frog tape. I've had a lot of success with frog tape. It doesn't seem to be quite as sticky as some other tapes I've used, because I've used other tapes and it could have been, well, I blame the tape when it was probably my fault with poor preparation where it peeled some of the paint up. Okay, here we go. So we are now ready to go over here and shoot some pink. Let's get that done.